2, 1.
Tuesday night. I was waiting for the finger. Not that one.
Don't do that.
It's Tuesday night. Welcome back to The Craft. Brought to you by the ILQ Brewing Company, 6 University Avenue in downtown Selinsgrove. Great show tonight. We're going to talk Oktoberfest with John Christine. Becky Blue is dropping something hot for us tonight. And we're going to talk last week's Croktoberfest. It's The Craft. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Q Brew Network, and thank you for joining us once again for this week's edition of The Craft, your number one source for everything craft, from brewing to the local craft beer scene, as well as the area's finest entertainment and artists that the Susquehanna Valley has to offer. So grab yourself a cold one and sit back and enjoy.
Tuesday night's craft time. Welcome back, folks. How y'all doing?
Becky, you got that thing running?
You got it running?
Still,
You still working?
I'll remind you again, I took typewriting in high school, so...
Well, that's right. It's coming up there. There's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, there's about a 30-second to a minute delay, depending upon things.
Am I right? My good friend, my confidant,
Ralph Hinley.
Ralph Hinley.
Guess where that one came from, Sean?
That sounds familiar. I don't know.
Believe it or not.
Oh, Greatest American Hero.
Yes, thank you very much.
What's the story on Ralph Hinley? Greatest American Hero.
Well, he was met by some aliens, and they gave him some great powers, and he never learned how to land. If you remember the show, he could fly, but he
remember
could
that.
never land.
Kind of like our buddy that's missing tonight. Our good friend J.K. is absent this evening.
He just piped in and said he's listening at the warehouse.
All right.
Oh,
Very good.
Right on in there.
Shout out to J.K.
And Becky will be on the chat tonight, so chat her up.
Yay, talk with me.
On the Facebooks. Well, I guess if you're listening to us or seeing us right now, you're on the Facebook, so that's cool. Beep beep, right. Becky Blue.
Beep beep.
You got some good stuff coming up for us later on tonight.
It's a whole lot of looking at Sean there.
There's a lot of looking at Sean. Remember the screen? Yeah, they're kind of reversed.
That's the preview.
And back on the board, our good buddy, Mrs. Sean Walburn. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Did you call your mom this week?
Yes, I did, actually.
Okay.
Twice.
I'm trying to do my job, Carol. I know you're out there.
All right.
Oh, I didn't tell you, Jer. Last week, when we were giving high praise to Sean,
Yes.
our good friend Rob Antonitis typed in. He said, "Look, go easy on Sean. You guys give him way too much of a hard time." So Sean's got a fan out there.
He does.
There you go. See? And all I ask is to talk into the microphone.
After a year, you should be able to figure this out.
Yeah, you don't talk into the microphone.
Great show tonight. Sean Christine is going to be joining us later. We're going to talk Oktoberfest. Benefits the DH&L Fire Company.
Right.
That's coming up here a week from Saturday. And
at the Selinsgrove Speedway.
At the Selinsgrove Speedway. It promises to be a great time. Really looking forward to that. So we're going to talk everything, about the event and how it came to be and what it takes to pull something like that off. And tonight we reserve some special time for our podcast cohort, Becky Blue. She's going to drop something. Well, wait, yeah.
I like that word.
You like cohort?
Yeah.
How would you frame it up? I don't know. You're kind of our balance up here, aren't you?
No, I like words that I don't know the meaning of. I really don't know what cohort means, but I like being a cohort.
Well, it's not necessarily a positive. I wouldn't. I don't know. Is it?
Somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between.
Our co-host, Becky Blue.
Okay.
Becky Blue.
We'll simplify it.
Nice. Great weekend, guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jason and I could not make it there, so I'm going to play the part of the interviewer, and you will be the interviewee as well as Sean, and I want to hear all about Croctoberfest.
Okay.
Me too.
First of all, it was supposed to be an indoor-outdoor event, and it was raining cats and dogs or Gila monsters and other lizards, but they took care of you guys. They decided to redo the whole venue and throw you guys inside.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess it really wasn't a question. That was more of a statement.
No.
You'd be better at this interview thing by now.
Okay, go ahead. Ask me another question.
Why don't you walk us through it then? Why don't you let you take over the whole interview process here?
I have to know though. Did you get your picture taken with a crocodile? And Clyde?
No, actually, I didn't. We were busy, and the folks at Clyde Peelings really took care of things. It was Saturday was a rainy, miserable day, and it was kind of to be an outdoor event. And they on the fly, man, they set us all up. We were in the Dragon Den.
The Dragon Room, yeah.
The Dragon Room, yeah.
Yeah, and a very, very cool view.
Absolutely, yeah. Very cool view.
Of the
That's
dragon
where I'm
itself?
trying to have you queue up some pictures.
I'm going to say, well, Jared did not pet a crocodile, but Jared did meet a T-Rex. So,
I did meet
Oh,
it too.
yeah.
Jared.
Oh,
And
there
there
it
he
is.
is.
There it is.
There it was.
So
Looks like you're having a tough time there, buddy.
Well, it was kind of interesting. Now that was an animatronic T-Rex. So the thing was moving. They shut it down because the big old tail was kind of flopping where you had to, bring your truck in. So they shut it down. But they didn't shut anything else down. And, Sean's like, hey, Jared, get up there and stick your head in the T-Rex. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's would be a cool picture. And I stick my head in, and he takes the picture, and, like a half a second later after he snaps it, the T-Rex growls,
yeah,
like right in my ear.
and he about crapped his pants and ran away.
I did.
Honestly, the picture's brighter than it actually was. It was pretty dark. It was fairly dim right there. So
Yeah, it was a
scary.
good shot there.
So, but we had to stand inside and things like that, where we were set up right in the dragon room. Hence the picture, right there in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Nice.
backlight there, but
Yeah,
it
the
was,
backlight was hard to take a photo because there was just so much light behind in the dragon room there.
It was so cool. So we had the Komodo dragons right behind us. They came up and came up for a visit, and we shared the space with some folks that we met from Bullfrog Brewery, and also Rob, our good friend Rob Antonitis from Civil War was there.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Other brewers. I'm drawing a blank here. Who
There's
else was-
Ripsteins.
Ripsteins.
There's
Marz-
Marley's was there. Marzoni's was there. Civil War Cider, like we already said, was there. Who am I forgetting?
Do we get like a
that it?
dime every time we say Civil War cider?
I think we do.
say it
We
every
do.
show
We do.
multiple times.
I think we do.
It's a dime for Civil War Cider, and I think it's 25 cents for Fogel.
It's
See,
Todd
Todd
Fogel,
Fogel, it's 75 cents.
75 cents.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
We're not making change to throw a buck.
right.
We don't. Yeah. But yeah, it was a great event. Great turnout. The folks there just really pulled this thing together on, with some, kind of facing some adversity for their first event. But it was a great time had by all. We enjoyed it. We'll be back. I want to thank. I'm drawing a blank here again.
Kalen Driscoll,
Kalen, yes.
and Jeff Cook.
And Jeff Cook. Jeff gave us a little behind the scenes there, and it was a great time.
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoyed
great.
his interview. That was cool learning about the saltwater crocs.
Yeah, I could listen to Jeff, man,
Yeah, that was
all the time.
I knew it was a good show. I knew we did very, very well, and we were very well received. Because normally when we do shows, we do get some messages, some emails. Hey, when are you going to be open? Or where can I get this? I need a growler of this kind. But this time, we were getting messages saying, hey, I want to work for you guys.
I did see that guy.
Yeah. So people, that's how impressive you were at the show. So thank you for taking care of business.
I appreciate that. And look, if anybody out there wants to work for free for a while, and even less going forward, we'd be glad to put you through the process. It's a craft.
Wow. Yeah, there's a neuron fire in there. There you go.
Yeah, it was great. Great show, and we've been busy brewing. We've got some good friends of ours are getting married this weekend, and then we've got the Oktoberfest right here in town with the DH&L Fire Company. We'll be talking to Sean.
Right.
Sean Christine, not this guy. We talk to him all the time.
Yeah, I don't know nothing.
Jerry, we have a nice lineup for that, too. As far as the beers that we're bringing to the show, we've got a great lineup for that.
Why don't you do tell?
Well, we've got the Charlie and Eddie's Imperial Pumpkin.
Yes, we do.
Which is amazing.
That's a monster. That's going to be a monster brew.
Of course, we've got the Kinney's Red.
Uh-huh.
We've got the Peanut Butter Pale Ale, which is apparently just a huge crowd favorite.
Yep.
We have the Cucumber and the American Pale Ale that we're bringing out this time.
Super.
So we got some nice beverages.
And it looks like we're going to have some great mugs to serve in.
Yeah, those mugs are fantastic.
Yeah, these are really nice.
We've been
Hold
to
that up,
shows.
Seth. Hold it up there with something in it so I can see it better.
Okay. How about that?
Let me see if that works. There,
Let's see
you go.
that. Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
The delay is kind of screwing me up here.
Well, and there's camera problems too. Yes.
Becky Blue, how was your week this week?
I had a great week. I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted. Why?
Yeah, I'm
Why
exhausted.
so tired?
I was up in Lake George having fun over the weekend.
Okay.
And then I drove through the night and got like an hour or two sleep. Had to go to my niece's birthday party and everything. But I had a rock and roll weekend.
Tell us about the rock and roll weekend.
I was out with the Spin Doctors again, and they were playing the Independence Festival at Lake George in New York. It was a 2-day event. And they had bands going on all day long, and I got to get funky with Sophista-Funk. And, yeah. So this...
Okay.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Just pronounce it for me one more time.
So it'd be Sophista-Funk.
Sophista-Funk. Okay.
Funk through,
Like sophistication with
like
funk.
funky.
With funk on the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were a really awesome band from New York that opened for the Spin Doctors. So, but there was another band there. I want to tell all you guys, if you haven't checked them out yet, I'm even wearing the shirt. All right, you need to become a Haley Jane and the Primates fan.
Okay.
They're a band out of the city that also played at this festival. You're gonna dig on them, but it was a fun night.
Haley Jane and the Primates.
Haley Jane and the Primates. I had, I got to check out the steamboats on the lake, and I had the crap scared out of me in a wax museum, and that was a little shaky for a while.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to let you let that one go.
There's this.
Okay.
Yeah, that requires an explanation.
I had
Yes.
like an hour to burn, but before I had to be back and do stuff at the stage, but. So they have this wax museum in Lake George, and I'm by myself. And I'm like, I'm going to go check this out. And it was getting pretty hairy in there. It was, pitch black. You can't see anything. You can't tell where you're going. Surprises around every corner. And
it was open, right?
Yeah, you didn't break in, did
Yeah,
you?
No, it was open. I
Okay.
paid my $9
Okay.
to get spooked. But, I was freaking out because the floor changes, to kind of make you feel like you're walking on the moon or something. And I came around the corner to this display where they had like this medieval torture chamber kind of thing going on.
Okay.
And I'm checking it out and tiptoeing down the hall when, bam, this lady runs into me, scares the daylights out of me. She was a worker from the museum who didn't know somebody was like touring through. and came around the corner and ran like right into me.
Okay.
Right as I'm checking out, I almost.
So the scariest person at the Wax Museum that was set up like a fun house
Right.
was the cleaning woman.
Was the. Exactly. I lost it. That shouldn't be allowed. That should not be allowed.
That should
I'm gonna write the Wax Museum Society. Be like, don't walk around and bump into people when you're checking out the stretching machine for the medieval torture chamber.
Exactly.
Wax Museum Society.
But it was also cool up there. They had a fort, an old historical fort. So I got to watch this British soldier reenactment thing going
cool.
on.
So when did we get the spin doctors down here?
I'm working on it.
You're working on it?
I'm working on it. Little Miss can't be wrong here.
Little Miss can't be wrong. Is going to get it worked out.
Yeah.
All right. So you're a rock and roll connection. What's you got a feel for what's going on in the area this week?
Actually, I know I do. But last night, 5 of our previous guests, all in one night on the Hiawatha Riverboat. So that was a great show, and a lot of them aren't playing out this weekend. But Alan Combs is hosting the open mic at Route 61 Roadhouse Thursday night. Bob Randall is going to be playing up at Old Forge Thursday night, and also inviting a lot of friends in to play on the set with him. And then this Saturday, if you're up in the Williamsport way, get to Barrel 135, Heath and Indigo. And there's Shades of Indigo is the name of the band now, the full band. They're going to be playing at 9 o'clock.
Sounds good.
A couple of our previous guests are out playing. But the boat was rocking last night. And
I heard that. I saw that on Facebook.
I'm excited to announce that I spoke with Alan, and he's excited to come back on the show and let you guys hear kind of his new project that he's working on.
Yeah, he's in that with Dan, right?
Yes, with Dan Montville.
Dan Montville.
And he's got another guy playing guitar alongside of him named Steve Brophy, and it sounds like great stuff that's going to be coming out of these guys for the fall.
So we're looking at having them on the podcast somewhere in the month of November-ish.
Yep.
That's where we're at.
Yep. We got to work on getting your buddy Bob back on too. He's on your Mount Rushmore, isn't he?
He is. Absolutely. I do have a Mount Rushmore of
You do.
musical guests. And speaking of which, our very own Becky Blue will. You're not playing tonight. We're going to play your music tonight.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
yeah, they're gonna play. I let Sean pick which song he wanted to off the new single that I should receive on Friday, and the fancy packaging and everything.
Okay, we got the rough thing then.
Yeah.
What do we got?
You got the real deal here.
We got the real deal.
This is the real deal.
This is the real deal. All right.
It's the scribbled on with Sharpie kind of thing.
Okay, that's what most of my music collection looks like. Awesome. Hey, this is a craft. We're going to take a break. After, on the backside of the break, we're going to have Sean Christine, Oktoberfest, DH&L Fire Company, Q Brew. This is a craft. We'll be right back.
Rock and roll. Where are we at?
Baby, keep thinking I cannot see you. Crying in your room for days at a time. So blue, oh, and baby, it's untrue. And girl, when it hits you, you'll be smiling for miles. Falsify your place and time, just to get through all these fears. But if I should take the time, you could let go of past years, yeah. Now the day breaks on his each turn that your mind takes leads you further from mistakes that you make all the time. Now picture you all slow dancing in your room, baby shaking to go through happy times for a while. Falsify your place and time just to get through all these fears. But if I should take the time, you could let go of past years, yeah. Sometimes life just slips away. Sometimes 1 minute is a minute too late. The only thing I truly fear is when I get to where you are, you'll be here. And I know that it's not right, but I'm sure we'll be in due time. What will you decide to avoid or be left behind? But in time, you've changed your mind. Check your pace. You're a mess. You're all over the place. Living life is no longer fair. By the time you blink, you're halfway there. Don't you see it in my eye? I'm not trying to bore you or criticize. And I know that it's not right, but I'm sure we'll be in due time. What will you decide to avoid or be left behind? But in time, you change your mind. Check your pace. You're a mess. You're all over the place.
Welcome back to The Craft, brought to you by the ILQ Brewing Company, 6 University Avenue, downtown Selinsgrove. Tuesday night, we're all together,
Except Jay.
except Jay. Jay's with us in spirit, with the Force or something. Shh. Okay. He's diligently working with the crew from the Selinsgrove Hotel, working on the float for the Halloween parade upcoming here in downtown Selinsgrove.
I had a lot more information about it last year. They're keeping it close to the vest. this
Close to
year.
the vest. I'm not going to reveal any secrets, but
If it's anything like it was last year, then it's going to be awesome.
yeah, I think so. They've got. I've seen the plans, and yeah,
That ruled the parade last year.
yeah, I think it did too.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth. Sean, Christine, welcome. Welcome to the Brew Cave.
Good to be here.
Appreciate you coming down, interrupting your evening tonight to talk about Oktoberfest.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have a good time. I'm certainly glad you guys are gonna be there. I think you're having a fun time too.
Yeah, we when we saw the invite, we jumped right on that. It sounds like certainly sounds like a great time. That's coming up a week from Saturday.
Right, October 15th. It'll be 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we're doing 5 hours of about everything you can handle. We have not little sample glasses. These are 16-ounce glasses to partake of your favorite Q brew.
There you go.
So I think we'll have a good time.
Okay. What it's a lot more than beer, also.
Yeah, we have coming with us. We have 15 different wineries and breweries. I think it's an even mix. I think we have 8 breweries altogether, and 7 wineries. So this last week we got a kind of a mysterious email from Yingling that said they were coming, and we thought, whoa, we had no idea you were coming. So
nice.
So that makes it even 15. I can go over the list real quick.
Absolutely.
We have Allenbach Wines, Deep Roots Hard Cider, Ferone Family Winery, Four Friends Winery and Vineyard, Marzoni's, North Country Brewing, Q Brew, obviously, Rusty Rail Brewing, Sealands Grove Brewing Company, Shadow Vineyard and Winery, Stonekeep Meadery, Wapiti Ridge Wine Cellars, West Hanover Winery, Wolf Brewing Company, and most recently Yingling.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Now, many of us are familiar with the Speedway, except for our listeners in Somalia.
I hear you have a growing fan base in Somalia.
I do.
Third world countries in general.
It's actually called the Jeremy Show there. How's it going to be laid out? Are we the infield? Are we in the parking area?
It's all going to be inside the fence, so inside the racetrack. So
okay,
you'll be in the pit area.
Oh, very
nice.
That's
yeah.
neat.
So it's one of the benefits of this event, or this venue, if you will, is the parking. I know parking's big for a lot of people.
Right.
You have a huge parking lot. We could fit 1,000 cars probably in there pretty easily. But so plenty of parking space. You get in there, you're in a nice secure area. It's all fenced in. You don't have to worry about people coming and going and security wise and all that good stuff. So it's going to be basically, if you're familiar with the racetrack, it's in the sprint car pits.
Nice.
So that would be on the western side of the racetrack.
Okay.
I used to jump the pit wall when I was like 10 years old. I never got in trouble. They don't like to arrest 10-year-olds. I couldn't do it now. I probably couldn't jump it now, let alone not get arrested for it. But
Well, now you're smart enough, you could just cut a hole in the fence.
We're sharing. Oh, that's really nice.
So, are there many tickets left yet? Have you hit your limit, or?
Yeah, we have right now. On Friday we kind of cut off the normal open sales. So at this point we have 50 regular tickets available.
Okay.
You can get them online. If we don't sell them online, we'll sell them at the door.
Okay.
But we anticipate those will go. And then we have 50 set aside to be designated driver tickets. I know some of the other local events, having the designated driver was a big deal, and so not everybody has them. So
right.
We wanted to make sure, especially with us being a fire company, make sure we promote safety and bring a designated driver.
And we certainly appreciate that. Also going to be food there. I saw pig roast, and those are my 2 favorite words.
Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. And we have a butcher out of Newport down south, and Daimler's Butchery, and they're doing an actual pig roast. I mean, you're gonna actually come, you're gonna see a pig. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't like that, well, it's gonna be old school pig roast for sure. Yeah. And then they're doing pulled pork sandwiches and salads and stuff like that. So basically, you come and you're gonna get a huge, like, half a pound sandwich.
Hear that, Sean?
Whole platter.
Sean
Right.
will be there.
He said a half a pound,
Yeah,
Half a pound sandwich.
it's gonna be a big one. Yeah.
8 ounces.
I'll be there. I'll be
All
there
right,
for
okay.
it because God knows I need more poundage.
Well, it's over 5 hours, so or I'm sure you'll be hungry in that time. But yeah, I mean, our goal this year was kind of have it be a startup. You know, not necessarily make $20,000 the first year, but have it be an event worth holding on to and one to have for years to come.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about, and I want to hear about what it takes to start something like this. You know, kind of from the birth of the concept to where you are today. But first, I think we should cover this benefits a very good cause.
That's right. The proceeds from the Oktoberfest, I mean, they're going, not to any private organizations, going to right to the DHNL Fire Company. We're looking at over the next 5 to 10 years purchasing a new ladder truck.
Mm-hmm.
We have one of only two in Snyder County, so our ladder truck probably gets more use than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a good investment. You know, some of the bigger buildings that we have, like Susquehanna and so on, and
Mm-hmm.
even things you don't think of, like silos and things like that, where you need to get up to
Right.
really high altitudes. We'll be looking at purchasing a new one of those, and they're pretty expensive, somewhere in excess of $1 million if you get a new one.
Wow.
Standards, close to 1.2. 1.2. So we get a lot of help from the borough, from Penn Township. I mean, it's taxpayer money, but what we try to do as volunteers is not only fight the fires, but also help raise some of the funds,
Mm-hmm.
with the goal of building some community events, things like that, where people can come, have a good time, and serve a cause as well. You know, if we can take things off of people's taxes, that's great.
Yeah, well, certainly. You got my vote.
Yeah, as when I was mayor, I would look at all this, where money goes and things like that, and there's a lot of talk right now, across the country about volunteerism, and the fire companies having a hard time getting volunteers and so on. And we started to look at what would it cost to actually have a paid fire company, and it's astronomical what you pay just for the people.
Right.
So you have, you have salaries, you have pensions, you have health insurance, you have all sorts of other insurances. And, we're saving millions of dollars by having volunteers in the area. So I think by us, getting in there, being active, having volunteerism, and then bringing events like this where we can kind of also build something else for the community, be a good time. So
Sounds like a great time.
yeah.
When did this idea come about?
We've been looking at things like this over the last couple of years. We been doing a lot of little stuff. It's things like chicken barbecues and things like that don't make a whole lot of money and really don't have that big of an impact on the community. So with something like this, what we look at is, have one big event where everybody can get involved in and have a good time. And so I would say in about 2 years ago is when we really started to be serious about it. How can we turn one big event, in the past, the racetrack is actually run by the Selinsgrove Fair Board, which the largest shareholder happens to be DHNL Fire Company.
Oh, okay.
So we're looking at that and saying, at one point there was a fair there, and something that really drew the community together, and the racetrack certainly does that. But it's not everyone's in the racing, so not everybody gets to partake of what goes on down there. So we kind of looked at what we could do to get people down, use the facilities that we already have available,
Right.
and get people out and make some money for the fire company. So this is kind of where we led to, and of course with the popularity of events like this, thinking this was the way to go.
So what was step one?
Step one, man.
Okay, you guys, we all sat around and you're sitting around the fire company, I'm assuming, and you say, okay, we are going to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
The big thing, I mean, it really boiled down to like a few people really wanting to take charge of it, just like anything else. You know, back in the day when I first got out of college and came back to Selinsgrove, I remember wanting to get involved in the Chamber of Commerce, and at that time they were looking at new people to take over the Selinsgrove Market Street Festival. Said, does anybody want to help out with the street fair? And I said, you know, I'll help out however I can. And they said, okay, well, you can run it. So for 3
Hey, there you go, John.
whole street fair.
Welcome.
So I did that for 3 years, and it was a good learning experience because, you know, you had a lot of people that want to support you and get involved in what it takes. But the good news about that was it was an event that was already up and running. Something like this, I mean, it starts with the concept. What do you really want to accomplish? What do you want it to look like?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you guys go to events like this all the time. You'd be prime candidates to start something like this because you know what a good one looks like. So we started there and just worked backwards.
Did I feel like he was just trying to pass the torch here, like 5 years down the road or something? Okay.
Hey, guess what? You're now running it.
Yeah. Someday, wouldn't you like to help out? Sure. But yeah, I mean, you'd start working backwards, and you say, well, okay, so we want to have lots of food,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to have lots of beer, lots of wine. We want it to be affordable. We're not charging $75 a ticket or anything like that, and we want people to get their money's worth. So, and have a good time. So we work back from there and say, all right, well, what kind of music do you want? I mean, you're just kind of picturing it in your mind,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just brainstorming for probably weeks. That hey, we want to have, you know, kind of a band that'll appeal to a lot of people. We want food that's maybe a little different. I mean, how many pig roasts have you been to lately? But they're fun. I mean,
Yeah.
things like pig roast, clam bake, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do them a whole lot anymore, and they're always a good time, especially when you mix in some alcohol.
Sure.
So we just started looking at that, and then kind of getting into the details from there. It's really, you know, as they say, the devil's in the details. So coming up with, you know, what kind of band do you have, and who do you get, and how trying to find somebody, and then working on the brewers. I think the first thing that we really did was set up kind of an idea of who's going to come and serve alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a big one. We sent out 400 letters all across, like, kind of northeast U.S. to try to get people to come. And you know, being a newer venue, it's tougher for newer venues, I think, to get brewers to come
Yeah,
in.
I can imagine that would be. Yeah.
Yeah, so the ones that have been established and they know, hey, you know, this is going to be worthwhile. It makes it easier for somebody coming in, the new kid on the block. They, you know, they're a little apprehensive.
Oh, no, wait. No, we weren't apprehensive.
No.
No.
So, you guys are great. We had the Selinsgrove Brewing Company. I mean, they were right on it, too. Marzoni. So all the local ones that are, you know, community-minded, they jumped right on it. But we're getting some that are out from Western PA, some from the East. So we have some brewers coming from a pretty good distance to be at this.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, you had mentioned North Country. They're from, was it out north of Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
They're a really good, they're a great brewery.
Yeah. Great bunch of guys. We met some of those fellas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, ironically, the email that I got from Yingling was from their Northwest distribution manager, so it wasn't from Pottsville. So who knows who's coming? So.
Well, coincidentally, Mike is our Northwestern distribution manager. And he probably he was happened to be sitting in the northwest corner of the cave when he sent that.
Nice.
So we have music. We're gonna see music Saturday. What?
We will. It's a local band called Switchback.
Okay.
They play basically classic rock. It's stuff from the 70s through now. Just general good brew fest type of music. So
Right.
It's going to be a good time. It's not, you know, we call it an Oktoberfest. It's more about when it is as opposed to what type of an event it is. So
Sure.
You're not going to see a whole lot of people dressed up in lederhosen and
Well, I don't
beer
know
winch
about
outfits,
that.
but
I might.
It might be
Jared
good.
might do that.
I might do that.
Hey, we don't we don't discourage it either. So
Yeah.
feel free. But yeah, it's going to be a good band, and they're actually I know we got them because of their drummer, who happens to be a firefighter himself out in the western part of the county. So, yeah, they're put on a good show, no doubt. They're starting to play a lot more locally, so give them a good shot, and they're definitely into supporting the fire company.
So with only a few tickets left to go that you're going to sell, how can people get a hold of them today?
Well, the best way to get them is through easy to remember our website. It's www.dhlfire.com. So dhlfire.com. And then there's links to get to the website there. We're going through e-tickets, so they've been good to us. You can go on there, get your ticket like within a couple minutes, and actually print it out and everything. You have it ready to go.
Or if you live in town, let your fry daddy boil over and just wait till somebody comes. Hey, when you're done. No, I don't recommend that.
I remember the Fry Daddy.
You
And
remember
then
the Fry
later
Daddy?
they were like, Fry Daddy's too big. We're going to bring out the Fry Baby. And it had like the Fry Mommy, like 3 different size French
It was a whole
fry.
fry family there. It was. The Fry Baby only held like 4 French fries.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Wasn't a hit.
Sean Christine, Oktoberfest, the DH&L Fire Company down at the Sales Grove Speedway.
Dude, $35, and you get a pig roast, you get the music, you get the beer, you get our beer,
You got our beer.
You get
5 hours.
5 hours,
5 hours.
winery, plus the venue. I mean, you've got room to grow year after year after year when this goes very well.
Yeah, there's we're only using a fraction of the space. We're going to be in the sprint car pits, which is somewhere close to the size of a football field. So it's a big area, and then there's a whole other that's on the western side, on the eastern side, or I'm sorry, that's on the eastern side. On the western side of the track is the other pits, and same size, so we can really grow from there, and of course all through inside the track. I mean, there's a lot that we can do, and I think this year it's going to be pretty small. Like right now we're looking at around 600, 700 tickets probably grand total.
Mm-hmm.
So nice little venue. I think a nice little group. It's not going to be so much that you're elbow to elbow with people, so you have room to move around and bring a chair. Just chill out, fill up your glass and, listen to some music.
You recommend bringing a chair? I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a
Absolutely.
good point. Yeah.
You know what I see happening? I would say it to Arshawn, but he's not paying attention right now. I see it becoming, 4 or 5 years down the road, just growing into this massive, like an Gang thing where you bring in RVs and just...
I'm going to coin the phrase right now. October stock.
There you go. October stuff.
Okay, you guys just...
So 5 years from now, we have to give you $1 every time somebody says it.
October. Well, yes, I just trademarked that. October stock.
That's not a bad idea. And actually, this year you're saying about RVs and campers and so on. Somebody actually asked us that, can we bring a camper? And I said, hell yeah. You can actually...
there you go.
That parking area, I mean, it's known for, when we had like the 3-day races down there and
Right.
so on, there have RVs, campers, people camping out in tents, stuff like that. And it turns into just this big tailgate party. So you want to come down to Oktoberfest, you want to tailgate Friday, come down Friday, stay till Sunday. I mean, it's going to be a good time.
Okay.
That's very
Well, okay, you heard it here first. Or second, maybe. But, well, that's great.
That is cool. Before we head to break, is there anybody you want to acknowledge as far as who has helped you out with this?
Well, the folks at the fire company have been great, and they've everybody's been supportive, and Dwayne Betzer is the president of DH&L and former chief, and he's done a lot for it, and Buffy Reamer also. I would say we right now have basically a committee of 3. So our biggest help is going to be the day of. You're going to see lots of firefighters. You're going to see some fire trucks and so on. So that should be good. I know some folks were saying maybe we could get the fire trucks out and do some races around the around the track.
Not a 1.2
Yeah.
million. We're not doing that.
I don't know if our insurance will cover that, but yeah, it's and the sponsors. I don't even have a sponsor list with me, but some of our biggest sponsors, Susquehanna University, gave us a Chief sponsorship. So the Chiefs were all $1,000. We had Chiefs, captains, and lieutenants. So the Chiefs gave us $1,000. We had Susquehanna. We had I don't know, I'm gonna miss some, so I probably shouldn't even say any. Susquehanna RV. We had Selinsgrove Ford. We had Selinsgrove Concerned Citizens. Gave us $1,000. Yeah, and there's more out there for sure. I'm missing some. We had a grand total of over $10,000 in sponsorship. So we certainly did well. If you're watching this and I missed your name, I apologize.
Well, if you we'll link.
Yeah,
we'll try to link that stuff up and get that out there for you.
Good.
Sean, Christine, thank you, man.
Well, thanks
Thank
for
you
having
for
me.
Appreciate
volunteering. Thank you to all the volunteers.
We are looking forward to Oktoberfest at the Selinsgrove Speedway. It benefits the DH&L Fire Company, and really looking forward to that one, guys. Okay, Becky Blue, you're gonna
I'm over here.
you're gonna drop it on us like
Drop it
like it's hot, right? All right, we're gonna take a break. This is The Craft. Be right back.
Dearest, you smell like leaves and on track, baby, for the best times you'll ever have. Singing, don't try to please me, 'cause I'm caught up in the same routine. You want 10, you got 9, but you have no control. Play the cards even down, baby, oh, let them dice roll. All these little minuscule changes out of one big thing. A perfect concoction is what it is. So don't go messing, no. Don't go messing with no good thing. My first confession, girl, is that it's fine just the way it is, yeah. Can't you see I got blind, but it's not all that bad. Only blind to the things that I've seen that change my path. We won't have to discuss it, we won't have to change a thing. Let's just celebrate what this life brings. So don't go messing, no. Don't go messing with no good thing. My first confession, girl, is that it's fine just the way it is, yeah. So don't go messing, no. Don't go messing with no good thing. My first confession. Crime don't pay, but cigarettes and false regrets day after day.
Lock up the babies and hide the old ladies. It's the craft. We're back. Brought to you by the ILQ Brewing Company.
Oh, my.
6 University Avenue in downtown Selinsgrove. The best beer you can't quite get yet. But unless you go to the Oktoberfest.
On
here,
October 15th
On October 15th. You
at
can,
the Selinsgrove Speedway.
it's free.
Bring
As
your
long-
RV.
Bring your RV. As long as you buy a ticket. Guys, good night. Thanks for Sean Christine for spending some time with us tonight.
Absolutely. And you know what? When he first came on, he said, I'm not a big talker. He was really, really good. He gave
was
us
great,
a lot of
man.
information.
A lot of information. Not,
And some great mugs.
and some
And
great,
great
mugs.
Which you're in store for one of these if you get down there to the Oktoberfest.
But Jason doesn't get any. We're already taking him home with us.
He's
We're
going to be
take-
chatting and Tony now, soon.
Yeah, he will be. He will be. Becky Blue,
Whew.
you've been busy, girl.
Busy. And I'm nesting right now, too. So I'm in a busy tornado.
You're nesting.
I'm nesting.
Now do tell when I hear nesting.
Well, I'm adopting a Great Dane.
Okay.
And she is, 34 days old now. So she won't be home until the first week of November. But I've been, Great Dane proofing the whole house. And,
Is that possible? As much as we can?
well, it's just pretty much empty your house out so there's enough room for one.
Okay. Well, I have wiener dogs, so I have nothing to... I mean, Great Danes, long legs, wiener dogs.
Long legs.
Yeah.
We heard you were out popping tags, getting sleeping bags for your new addition.
Yeah, I was at the thrift store today, and I happened to find a brand new
Okay. Go ahead.
vintage
Smurf
sleeping bag
for your dog.
for my dog because I'm already planned my first vacation with her, and I'm going to take her to the lake. So
Okay.
me and my Great Dane are going to go to the lake, and she's going to chill in her Smurf sleeping bag.
Nice.
It's getting out of control.
Well, yeah.
That I'm not only putting things up really high so she can't get into them, but I'm just bringing things in to spoil her with.
Did we get any pictures yet for the podcast of the dog?
Is there a blue picture out there, Sean? You might be
Putting
able
them on
to.
the spot.
You've
She's
already
beautiful.
you've named her.
Well, she's her type, her breed. There she is sleeping on my lap. Oh, see
Oh,
there?
okay.
Her breed, she's a blue Dane, and because she's kind of gray. See her sleeping in my little lap. Hi, Blue.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, okay.
I can't wait till she can come home. So we just call her Blue.
Blue.
And she's a blue Dane. So meet
Name
baby
Sean
Blue.
Christine.
That was a mistake. You worked the buttons.
But I'm just about ready for her. I've got everything set up and on board. She's got her own
There you
bedroom.
go.
She's got oh, hi, Blue. Isn't she cute, right? Come on. Her mom's about 110 pounds, which is kind of small, so for a Dane, but I'm thinking she's going to be a big girl. She's already going to get everything she wants, so
Well, that's
including a sleeping bag.
including a sleeping bag. You gave her own room.
Mm-hmm. Her own bed and everything.
How does that? What's it look like? I mean,
She's got an extra long single bed. Right? She's got
An actual physical bed.
an actual bed.
is there like a mobile of like little
No.
milk bones going around? And
No, but I did put on her wall a really cool picture of the Peanuts, Charlie Brown and that.
Mhm.
It's this painting of all of them laying on a hillside and looking up at the sky, and it's all the stars instead of the Big Dipper. All the stars come together to make a Snoopy.
Okay.
So she's got her own Snoopy painting on the wall, and Scooby toys everywhere. And I told you it's bad.
And she's coming home when?
First week in November. Yeah.
When's she going to be on the show?
Sometime. We'll have to bring her in probably somewhere around Christmas time.
Hopefully before she's 110 pounds.
Well,
We don't got that kind of room
we only
back
got
there.
a few weeks for that.
How about it? You showed me an earlier picture where, like 2 weeks ago, she was like this little tiny peanut,
Yeah.
and now she's like, what, 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks, really?
Well, she's 34 days now. But when she was 6 days old, she could sleep in the palm of my hand.
And now she's that picture you saw now?
Yeah, now she's pretty big. Now
So-
she's like a foot or more long, and she's trying to figure out how to use really big legs. So really, all she does is scatter around and fall.
Wow. And when you say coming home, I mean she's not home yet, or?
No, she's still hanging out with her siblings and her mama.
Oh, okay.
You know, still
Cool.
nursing, growing up, doing that thing.
Excellent.
Just
So you've been up to a lot, though, besides all the dog stuff. You've been up to some major recording stuff.
Yeah, the new single I should be receiving. I'm going to let you guys get to hear it, but the pretty packaging and all official will be here Saturday. And that was at the end of the summer. And I was talking to you guys about it. The single is in Becky Blue fashion is a blues song, but
Right.
I had wanted to put out a single and do the B-side thing. So I wanted to do something completely different from Becky Blue and not do blues. And so I titled the song B-side. And I think that's what we're going to rock out
We
to
were talking
here.
about that earlier. It's like the B side. I mean, like everybody who is our age knows what that means. And but like the younger generation,
Yeah,
like,
everybody under the age of 30.
knows B side. I mean,
And it's kind of tricky though. There's the Becky Blue, and then
Right.
there's my B side.
it's the flip side. It's the other. It's your
Come on
other.
over
Your
to
other
this side.
genre. Yeah.
But this was recorded at Pepperhead Studios. Jeremy DePrisco helped me out with
Nice.
it. And you'll hear Jason Tafra, you'll hear Yuri Klein on drums, Charlie Holmes on bass, and Tim Breon on rhythm guitar.
Very cool.
A lot of familiar names there,
A lot of them.
right?
Especially that Jason character. He's been down here several times, but he never, ever brought a guitar with him.
Never.
He's real shy with the guitar.
He
So
can't get
am
away
I.
with it next time. Next time he comes in, he brings a guitar.
That's right.
Maybe we could do that. Open play it live.
So what's B-side all about?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I just wrote it.
You just wrote it and
I wanted to write a song in B, in the
Okay.
key of B, and I wanted to name it B-side.
you just want to stick it on the other side of something else.
Right, and it evolved. The more I worked on it over the summer, it evolved and took on a different form. And then when we got in the studio, it took on a different form again. And the song is still evolving.
How about we take a listen?
Oh, God, now I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Oh,
now.
Lordy, Lord.
Lordy, Lordy.
Now, do you want me to leave the microphones on to talk about it during the thing, or shut them
No.
down?
You can
Oh,
just
let's listen to it.
let's
I
listen.
want to have the microphones on, so if you say anything that don't do that.
You mean if I take it down low? And,
Take it down low. Here we go.
all right.
B side.
The speed's up.
Oh, yeah, you can hear it. I mean,
The B. Cards on the table, I got something to lose, maybe to gain, but nothing to prove. And I need one, so run away with me. Run away with me. It's Yuri Klein. On the road. Those
And that's our very own Becky Blue up here, man. All right.
Running away, dude.
You're running away. What were you doing? Were you a little misty there?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, was awesome.
Becky, you look nervous listening to your own music.
You know what? I've not let anybody listen to it. Nobody. And I just let everybody all at once.
It's a Q Brew exclusive.
Yeah, now it's a #1 hit in Somalia.
That's right. It's the Jeremy Show.
You had to do it.
You know, my family had heard it, and the people who played on it, but I'm kind of, and there, you know, the other song, "You and Me," I'm kind of sitting on that song too, but all of that was recorded in one live take, so we didn't go in separate quarters and do each part separately. We just kind of all got together and
Rocked it
on
out.
a Sunday and said, "Okay, let's go," and whoosh. That's what happened.
Love it.
I love that song because, you know, when I play it acoustically and then get to, you know, have other people play on it, you know, it's just kind of a real slow, mellowy kind of song. But when you get Charlie Holmes on bass and he just starts trucking with, you know, going back and forth from B to D and what you can do in between two chords, you know, to give it that thumping sound.
You kind of left yourself out there a little bit tonight, then.
I'm
on, Becky.
I'm naked. I feel naked.
We appreciate that. I mean, we appreciate you sharing that with us tonight.
So they aren't for sale. Instead, you know, I had a small batch number of them made that'll be here this weekend, but they'll be going off in different directions and more as a demo type situation than to be sold.
So in that way, it's like our brewery, where things aren't for sale quite yet.
Quite yet.
The best damn music you can't quite buy yet.
There you go.
We're giving it away for free tonight.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Hey, you got some thumbs up. You got some people chatting with us right now.
Yeah, yay, good. Nobody hates it so far.
No, absolutely not.
You know, I'm blessed that, you know, the people that came together to play on it with me, because, you know, we had never played the song together. You know, I just had written out the music for the players, and we got to the studio and I gave them their music and we kind of talked for 5 minutes and then went right down to it. And it's kind of neat to work with musicians of that caliber, that you don't have to get together or practice or anything. You can just literally hand them your music that you wrote out and off you go.
See, that's what I never got about the musicians nowadays, but you just answered my own question. Apparently we all stink because we needed to get together and practice first. You guys can just email each other and show up and knock it out of the park.
And that's exactly what had happened. Keeping everybody on the same page with the music and what the kind of feel we were looking for, and it costs less that way too, because you're paying an hourly rate at the studio,
Right.
and you don't want to, you know. Plus, you get, you know, kind of worn out doing it over and over and over and over and over again. So
That's kind of how we approach this podcast. We started emailing each other and prepping, and we said, "Screw it." No.
That is so not true.
5 minutes of 7. Who's coming on tonight?
Oh yeah,
That is so not true.
you should probably get in there. No. So what's side A then?
Side A is another song called "You and Me." It's a really heavy bass blues song.
Okay.
I'm keeping that one in my back pocket.
We're not going to hear that one tonight.
I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not just going to throw it all out there in one date, you know.
That's why we respect
Just a
you,
little
Becky Blue.
bit. Give me a little bit.
It's just, you got to leave the mystery.
Right.
You have to leave that mystery, that allure.
Yeah.
So we haven't heard I see him on Facebook, but we haven't really heard from you for a while on what's going on with the Cadillac Cats.
I haven't been playing out with the Cadillac Cats since my neck surgery. So I'm, kind of taking a break
Okay.
right now. They, however, if you go to the CadillacCats.com, I believe they have a Hiawatha coming up here next week or the weekend after. But if you go to the CadillacCats.com, you'll still find them, Yuri, Scott, Stacia, and Blair. And they'll be gigging around the Williamsport area over the next few months.
Excellent.
Now, when does a Hiawatha go away for the season?
I think Halloween might be the last cruise of the season, and then they dock the old paddle boat for the
Dock the old girl.
girl for the winter.
Now you've been on that obviously many times, including just this past weekend. What's it like to be on the Hiawatha?
It's fantastic. I love it. I love it, and especially when you have good music on there. The people who work for the Hiawatha are fantastic, really nice people. There's a bar on board. I think to go to the Hiawatha and go for a ride is maybe $6 or $8, but a lot of the bands get on board and they play for 2 hours for $10. So you get your price of the cruise and live music. And but you can only sell like 100 and maybe 120 people on the boat or so, 115, because of you don't want to sink out there.
No, certainly not. Capacity reasons.
But they're a great time in the summer. You get a nice evening cruise. We caught the sunset last night out on the river. It was beautiful, and the fog rolled in. It's just a real nice evening out. And if you can have really good live music with it too, it's worth your $10.
Before we wrap up tonight, Derby Vixens? They got anything? Derby Girls.
Again, I haven't seen my girls because I've been off for a while since the surgery, and after the season, last game of the season, which was just
season ending. Yeah,
they
big
had
win.
Big win. They didn't have practice last week, so I didn't get to catch up with them. So they're actually at practice tonight. We're back at the Sunset Skating Rink. They're about to freeze the Sunbury rink, and I'll check in with them probably on Thursday.
Sounds good. What do you think off season for what do you think that's like? What kind of training is that like? With the
That could be a lot of fun.
it could be a lot of fun. It could be a lot of danger, I'm sure.
We're gonna have to have the girls on again sometime over the winter and see actually how they spend their off season.
We should send a camera crew. Like how they do those surviving shows, where they kind of film, assign each one a camera, and we put a documentary together or something. Yeah, that was the switch for my microphone. By the way.
No, I didn't touch it.
It just cut out.
Technological difficulty. Maybe Jay has to get another board. I don't know. We'll check it out later.
The rink is still as much fun to hang at as it was back then. I'm just telling you now.
All right.
Now, do they do a lot of time trying to train some kits and stuff over the winter?
We don't. I don't think they're going to take on a new kit class because we have 2 new kits right now, and one got injured. So I think they might take one after the holidays. I'm not sure, but I don't think they are right now.
Okay.
Working on the team growing without any injuries.
We hope not. Becky Blue, we love you, girl.
I love you too, man.
Guys.
It's high fives all around out
high
there,
fives
dudes.
all around.
Air five.
We'd like to thank Sean Christine. Everybody, show up for the Oktoberfest out at the Seals Grove Speedway.
Bring your RV.
Bring your RV.
Bring your tent.
Bring your tent.
Bring your passion for pork products.
Bring your passion for pork. October 15th, tickets are still on sale. We'll throw that link up there somewhere, right, Sean? Yeah, somewhere.
You can't do that to me. That's a pre-game thing.
All right, well,
I don't mean
we'll
right
we'll
now.
put it in,
It's
we'll
in
put
the-
it in a
it's
feed.
in the chat board.
Yeah, okay.
Check our
Yeah.
check our feed.
Anyway, it's dhlfire.com. correct? Yes.
DHLfire.com. This is the craft. We'll see you next week. We've got who do we got next week?
Heath and Indigo are going to be here next week.
Oh, very
that's
cool.
all
Heath and
right.
Indigo. I don't know. It's over there. I wrote it down. It's real small.
It's real
tiny.
small.
Real small.
I can't see it.
Me either.
It's in the green.
It's in the green.
It's in the green. Not that green, because that would be next month.
Oh, Heath and Indigo, and yeah, we look like we know what we're doing.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
See
there's
you
going to be
next-
some guest over here
Yeah,
next
yeah,
week, and they're
yeah.
going to be fantastic, and it's
They'll
going to be a
be-
great
As
show.
always.
We've got a peak warning. Oh, now it's perfect.
No, you're on the wrong month. It's in a little box.
Heath and Indigo will be here next week. This is The Craft, brought to you by the Isle of Q Brewing Company. From our special guest, Sean Christine, Becky Blue, Mikey Honcho Salter, Jason's gone, and Sean. I'm Jer.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next week.